Hello and welcome. I'm the Derelict King, and today we're going to be talking about some more books. It's going to be a little different this time, though, because this next book that I want to talk about, I've actually seen both the movie and I've read the book. It's called Starship Troopers. I have not seen any of the other movies, aside from the first one. I have not played the games that have come out with it. So this is purely just my opinion about what the first book is and what the first movie is, and that's it. And I do want to actually continue talking about the City of Bones series on a later date when I finish the City of Ashes, which I'm getting close to. More about that later. But anyways, I want to talk about the Starship Troopers. I'm not going to talk too much about the story itself, more of how well was the movie portraying the book. And honestly, I don't think it does very well. In some ways, but not all. As Starship Troopers, the book is more focused on military philosophy. Everybody should. Damn it, I'm sorry, I have my window open. Everybody should do some form of military, any kind, before they're allowed to vote, which I kind of agree with, because if you understand exactly what you are sacrificing for your country and what other people have given up, then I think people would vote a little bit smarter. Not saying that we have bad politicians, and not saying we have all amazing ones either. That's a discussion for a different time. The movie is more action-based and only touches on the military philosophy in one scene, and that was the one where the Lieutenant, I can't remember his name, Razek. Lieutenant Razek is the main character's teacher in the movie, but in the book, it's a colonel who never appears in the battle, but Lieutenant Razek does appear again later in the book when he joins Razek's Raiders and eventually takes over Razek's Raiders after he dies, which they got that part right, but like I said, I mean, I know I'm kind of lenient about it. I'm not saying Starship Troopers is a bad movie, and I'm not saying that the book was a bad action. The book, obviously I enjoyed a lot better, but the movie was really good too. It was more focused on the action than anything else. It was not really trying to be deep and philosophical like the book was. It wasn't trying to convey any real big messages. It was just trying to have some good old Marines fighting off against some big ass bugs, which when I read the book and then I saw the movie, I was a little disappointed because in the book they have power armor. They have these suits that let them jump higher, carry more ammo. They have mini nukes on their backs for frickin' rocket launchers. They have flamethrower pistols that just fire this huge 250-degree arc everywhere of just pure fire and kill everything. And they jump and jump from rooftop to rooftop or wherever they need to go. They just hop and hop everywhere. It was in the book. It was really cool, but in the movie, it's just some regular soldier's gear, which kind of really missed out on that. You know, they missed out on such a what could have made an action movie even more actiony. You know, it was kind of it's the cherry pie without the cherry on the top. You know. The action parts are still really cool, though, what they have, and I'm honestly surprised how well that they made some of the characters come off with, even though I've only heard, like, them talk, like, some of them I only heard them talk for, like, 5 minutes. I still cared for them when they died. Like, one guy, I think he was going into tech school, and he was going to use the military to help pay for it, and he gets chopped right in half by a bug. And it's just like the bugs just come in and just completely maul the shit out of him. This movie is very gory, by the way. Very gory, very bloody, very bloody. And it's the kind of, like, I'm usually not very squeamish when it comes to blood and stuff. I can usually handle myself, but this movie just really kind of, it's just a whole new level of hurt, and you'd be surprised at exactly how it's a new level of hurt. but they go over the bugs' anatomy very well too. How you can shoot off two of the bugs' limbs and they're still 80% efficient because they work as kind of a hive mind and there's no singularity. It's kind of the ultimate form of communism, which was a popular topic back in the author's day. I need to get his name. Hang on, I have it on. I got it in my Kindle right here. I should have done this earlier. I am so sorry about that. I think it's Robert something. No, where is it? Hang on, it's Robert something. Robert A. Heinlein. Here. Let me, there we go. Can you guys see this? No, you can't see that. It's white. No. Okay, hang on. God damn it. Can you see that? Yeah, you kinda can. No, it's backwards. Never mind. Robert A. Heinlein. I'll put his name, like, I'll put it in captions or something. But, that's the author of the book, if you want to read it, because, honestly, it's a good read. Read the book before you watch the movie, though. You could watch the movie if you wanted to first, because, I mean, you don't have to read the book to understand what's going on. They tell you everything that's going on. Bugs have declared war on humanity and all that stuff. It's really cool. But a few things, like, I kind of understand why they changed, but in the same way I didn't. Boot camp was the central part of the entire book, was the main character. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. It's been a little while since I've read it. Most of the book is about him in boot camp and in basic training and all of the trials that they go through. They do get, I think, two things right. He got whipped, I think, for getting a subordinate killed. It was not technically his fault, but since he was under his command, it was, like, by association his fault. But in the movie, he told one of the soldiers, like, they were during basic training, for some reason they were using live ammo. I don't know, like, I think it was like a final test or whatever, and he told the guy to take off your helmet so they could fix it because the helmet kept falling down and blocking his vision. And as soon as he took the helmet off, someone tripped, fell, shot their gun, and blew his head off. The person who tripped and fell obviously was gone, and the other guy had an option of staying or leaving, and he almost was about to leave until he found out that his home was destroyed by the bugs. They sent a meteorite crashing down, and he says, "Fuck this, I'm staying." And Lieutenant Razek and the other guy, I think Sergeant Zim. No, Lieutenant Razek wasn't there. It's Sergeant Zim and some other guy, the captain that was there. Sergeant Zim is still awesome. He's awesome in the book and in the movie. Very cool. Very cool guy. He's by far my favorite character, or side character at the very least. And in the movie, they have kind of this love triangle going on too that didn't really exist in the book. That and his best friend that he joined up at the same time with, he never saw again. He actually died on another planet. The dude who becomes a psyker dude, some kind of colonel. I don't remember what he is, but he's some kind of psychic warfare type of thing. They don't explain that in too much detail. I was kind of hoping that he would do a pseudo-dog since he was so well with animals. Pseudo-dogs, like, basically, pseudo-dogs are, well, they're not, pseudo means to be false. They're not fully dog, but they have the same level of intelligence as a mentally ill human, which is still very smart for a dog, and they have this psychic connection with they have a psychic connection with the animals, and it's kind of like police dogs almost, but even deeper than that. I was kind of hoping to see pseudo-dogs, because I would like to have seen them in action, because you never actually do in the books. They just warn you that, hey, if one dies, like, if the owner dies, they usually put down the dog because of the mental scarring, but if the dog dies, the human's scarred for life, and they're not going to put the human down, so they usually get rehabilitated and all that. But for the most part, I enjoy both of them a lot. It's just, they're both different tastes, and there are a few things I'm disappointed with the book, not the book, with the movie. But it's still a really good movie and worth checking out, honestly. And it's really, really gory. I'm not going into too much detail about the what goes on in the book for a reason. It's just kind of a basic overview of some of the stuff that's going on, because I know if you haven't watched the movie or read the books yet, you're going to want to, because they're really good. I highly recommend it. Robert A. Heinlein. Yeah, his last name is spelled Heinlein. I think it's either Lien or Lein. I'll put it in the captions somewhere or in the description below. But that's all the time I got for now. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe, and get more reviews. Oh, and the final verdict for it, actually, before I forget, I would definitely give the book a 9 out of 10 and the movie an 8 out of 10. I enjoyed the book more, but I still love the movie. Great, great movie. But yeah, see you guys later. Bye.